In this video, I'm going to give you 6 highly profitable slips on PrizePicks for absolutely free. Yes, you heard me right, 6. These are going to be some of my favorite slips in the world, CFL slips. We've been absolutely killing it in the CFL lately, and I'm so excited to bring you guys these slips. I am also super pumped because we had a clean sweep in the last free pick video. We went 4 of 4 on props. As you can see, we cashed the 1 unit play, Ventura Alvarado and Kendrick Pais, both going under the clearances and passing attempts. We cashed in for 100 to pay 300. Super sick, guys. And then I also gave you guys this 1 unit play, Kendrick Pais again, and Augustin Cardozo, who we are waiting for today at 545 to go less than his passing attempts. We will cash another 3x. And then I gave you guys this 3-man slip, which unfortunately DNP'd. We had 2 players not playing. But we also hit this prop. If one more person would have played, we could have cashed in for a 3x. As you can see, we barely hit this. We needed him to go over 69.5 passing attempts. He got 70. But still, guys, that is a clean sweep. We had 1, 2, 3, 4 props, and we hit all of them. I really hope you guys tailed. If you didn't tail, make sure you tail the slips in this video. You're not going to want to miss out on these profitable strategies. For our first slip, we have a stack from the Toronto versus Hamilton CFL game. We have Cameron Dukes to go over his passing yards, 239, and then his receiver, Devarius Daniels, to go more than 43.5 receiving yards. Then we have a stack from the British Columbia versus Calgary game. We have Vernon Adams, the quarterback, to go less than his passing yards, and Justin McInnis to go less than the receiving yards. If you are not new here, you know that this is the standard strategy that we use for the CFL. It's basically just correlating the quarterback and the wide receiver. But if you are new here, let me explain really quick. So basically, if the quarterback goes over his passing yards, it makes sense that the receiver is going to get more receiving yards, right? So basically, all we're doing is we're stacking the quarterback to either go over or under, and then we take the wide receiver to either go over or under. So these two things are connected, right? If one thing happens, then another thing happens. Very simple, but a big thing that a lot of people overlook on PrizePicks. They just throw together a random slip with like random players that have nothing to do with each other. So let's say I go to the MLB and I choose this guy to go over his bases and this guy to go over his strikeouts and this guy to go less than his strikeouts. These are not in the same game and they have absolutely nothing to do with each other. So it's going to be harder to hit this slip than it is with a slip where the things are actually correlated, right? So that brings us to our next slip. I'm actually playing 0.25 units on this, guys. I'm running the exact same slip, except I changed out one of the receivers. So everything is the same. We have Vernon Adams to go less and Justin McInnis to go less. Then we have Cameron Dukes, the quarterback, to go over. But I substituted Devarius Daniels with Rasheed Bailey to go over 48.5 receiving yards. So I put a little bit less money on each of these. I actually put 0.25 units. If you don't know what a unit is, just look it up. It just means 1% of your bankroll. So yeah, split 0.5 units across these two. And then coming into our next slip, we have Bo Levi Mitchell to go less than 315 and Keandre Smith to go less than 55. Then we have Jake Mayer to go more than 253 and Reggie Belton to go more than 46.5. Then I put a full 0.5 units on this. I didn't split it between two. I just like these players individually. So if you guys are wondering if this strategy is profitable, just a few days ago, we almost hit 2 10x slips. We had a correlated slip in the CFL, which I correlated with some esports, and we went 3 of 4. The quarterback, we had him to go over his passing yards and the receiver to go over his receiving yards. We got the receiver to go over easily. Unfortunately, he did not get to his passing yards though, and we ended up chalking on that one. And then we had this one as well, almost smacked for a 10x. All we needed was Vernon Adams to go a little bit less on his passing yards, but we had the correct read. We had the quarterback here going less, the wide receiver going less, and then this wide receiver going less as well. But Vernon Adams, he just threw for a little bit more passing yards. And then we had these two 10x slips at the beginning of the season. I believe this was like 2 weeks ago. This is 20 units right here. So a very profitable strategy. I don't want to keep repeating myself in every single video, but I know that a lot of people are new here. And I just want to show you that this strategy really works, correlating the quarterbacks with the wide receivers. But without further ado, let's get into the next pick. So for our next stack, we have the Edmonton versus Ottawa game. We have Mekledod Bethel Thompson to go less than 299, Dylan Mitchell to go less than 70.5. Then we have Zach Caleros to go more than 272, and Nick Dembski to go more than 55.5. So if you guys are wondering, how do I decide if it is less or more? Like, how do I decide if the quarterback and the wide receiver are going over or going under? And that is a great question. So basically, I compare the lines to FanDuel and other sports books, mostly just FanDuel though. So let's take this example, Mekledod Bethel Thompson, less than 299, as you can see, he plays on Edmonton. So we go to the Edmonton game on FanDuel, for example. We go to passing props, and we just take a look at what the line is set to. So in this case, Mekledad Bethel Thompson is set to over under 295.5 passing yards. So on PrizePicks, if we go and look at what his line is, as you can see, his line is set to 299 instead of 295. So that means we're getting a good line value here on PrizePicks. If we choose under 299, well, FanDuel is telling us we think he's going to get 295. So it makes sense that we would want to go to PrizePicks and choose his line to go under, right? So hopefully that makes sense. And we're doing that with the receivers as well. So Dylan Mitchell, his line is set to 70 on here. But if you go to FanDuel, as you can see, his line is set to 66. So FanDuel is saying, we think there's a 50-50 shot that he goes over under 66. Whereas on PrizePicks, we are getting 70, right? So we want to choose less on PrizePicks because we're getting 4 yards of value. So I'm doing that with every single slip, guys. And that's why this strategy is so profitable. We're getting this correlation and we're getting a good line value to FanDuel. So before I give you guys the next 2 free picks, if you guys want to get access to all my VIP picks for absolutely free, I post them in my VIP Discord. You guys can get a free 3-day trial using the link in the description. I post all of my most profitable CFL, soccer, golf, etc., WNBA slips in this Discord. We are up over 20 units in just 3 weeks. We've been absolutely killing it. We have a PrizePicks channel, a sportsbook channel, and a other DFS channel for books like Chalkboard and Sleeper. And then we have our general chat where you can come ask me any questions that you have. And you guys can see that we have been absolutely killing it. We put all the winning slips in the wins channel and the public winning slips in the winning slips channel. So you guys can come out and check us out. If you guys want to get a free month to the Discord instead of a free 3-day trial, all you have to do is sign up with Sleeper or Chalkboard using my code Derek on Sleeper or my code DerekBets on Chalkboard. Make a minimum deposit of $10, and I would give you a 1 month free access to the Discord. So that's a great deal, guys. 1 month is usually $49, but you can get a deposit match up to $100 just by putting in $10 and free VFA access to the Discord for 1 month. All you have to do is shoot me an email at beatthesportsbooks@gmail.com or message me on Discord at DerekBets, and I will give you that free month. So without further ado, let's get into the next free picks of this video. So to close this out, we have another 0.25 unit play. We have Drew Brown to go less than 283 passing yards, and then his receiver, Justin Hardy, to go less than 78.5. Then we have Shea Patterson to go more than 235, and Kean Schaefer-Baker to more than 54.5 receiving yards. And to close this out, I just ran the same stack, except I switched out Kean Schaefer-Baker with Sean Bain Jr. So Drew Brown under, Justin Hardy under, Shea Patterson more, and Sean Bain Jr. So that's going to close us out for this video, guys. Hope you guys put in these slips. I gave you way more slips than I usually would because I'm feeling really good today about these picks. And I just love CFL correlation. If you guys want to get access to all my picks, we're going to be killing the CFL all season long. CFL, I believe, goes on for like more than 3 months into the future. So until the NFL comes back, which you can absolutely print money with, we're going to be printing money with this strategy. So make sure you guys join up the Discord. You can ask me any questions that you have about my process, any questions that you have about sports betting, and get all of my most profitable plays. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Hope we tail, hope we cash out. Cheers.